Wow. There you go. Welcome back, guys. So today we are reviewing season 12.
Episode 13. Now, last week we didn't come on because it was a pretty busy week, especially with,
Well, we did. We actually recorded a video. We just never got a chance to.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. We watched the episode, but did not get a chance to record.
We talked about it, though.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys saw the craziness that was going on.
So today we're just going to review episode 13 so that this video is not extensively long.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So finally the experts want to come when it's like 2 weeks left of the show.
How soon they usually come?
No, I'm telling you, they were there. They would be there like literally like 3-4 times in the season.
But how many days after the marriage? Because this is how many weeks they've been married now.
I know, but they had a meeting with them before.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I don't know how often they usually are.
I don't know, but like, it's way too late. 2 weeks left too late. So like...
Yeah, I saw somebody post today on Facebook. They said this season might be the first time where nobody stayed together. It might be a record.
We made our predictions last time. I don't know about those predictions anymore. I think that's actually going to be accurate. Because in every season, at least one couple stays together. This season, I don't know.
I still have hope for Vinny and Brianna. I think they might.
I don't know. When we get there, I'll talk a little bit more about why I don't know about them anymore.
Let's do it.
All right. Ryan and Clara. All right. So it opens up with the meeting with their with the experts. So Ryan is meeting with Dr. Pepper, and she's asking how you guys doing, and they all just keep lying. He's like,
especially those two. Sure.
Like, sure. Everything is great, and everything is not great, So she starts asking him specific questions that she knows that they have issues on. So she talks about the spiritual life and stuff, and their spiritual journeys. And then he shares that, Clara doesn't want to raise their kids in church, but he really wants to. Faith is a huge thing in relationships.
Yeah.
I feel like relationships have worked where, the two parties are not
in the same faith,
but it's hard.
But it's when you start bringing kids into the fold, because if I have my spiritual conviction, I will want to not force it,
taking something off of your face.
Not force it on my kids, but impart it on my kids. Because kids gonna make their own path when they get older. But at the very least, I want to make sure I'm able to teach my kids my faith, which is my moral compass.
Yeah.
So, and that's what Ryan also mentioned. Shorty talking about whatever religion they want to do.
They can practice whatever they want. Like, you're like a laissez-faire type of person.
And as Christian people ourselves, we already know.
Yeah, he's not going to have that. Yeah. Like, Ryan, I think that's going to be a deal breaker for Ryan. Because both of his parents are ministers. Yeah. Like, he was brought up in this. So,
and for her, it's going to be sex.
Right? So then she asked about the sex thing, whatever. She was asking him if Clara expresses to him her frustrations. He said, I'll have to ask her a little bit more about that. Come on. As vocal as Clara is about this no sex thing, like, come on,
But maybe she hasn't, because she also be saying that she doesn't want to come across like she's pressuring him.
So she's probably telling other people, not really him.
Yeah. But he knows. Yeah. He has to know. Sure. But the thing is, my man Ryan is getting off. Because there's a behind-the-scene clip where
every night
Claire's talking to the girls.
Every night
she's giving him tops.
Every night,
and
tops. She's not getting anything in return.
No. I hope he's at least.
What did your mama teach you?
I hope he's at least eating her out.
I don't think so. I don't think he is. They said because somebody said, and you're not getting any. She said right.
So does she only get a kiss and hand holding? Probably.
Sure.
Well, he get tops and nut off.
Oh, he gets tops every night, though.
Every night.
Ain't your jaws tired, boo? I don't know.
What my mouth do, Clara? What that mouth do? What that mouth do?
Stop it. So now Clara is meeting with Pastor Cal, and he asks her, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, rate your relationship.
She said it's a 10.
Who gives your relationship a 10?
I do.
You do, babe? He's lying, but he gets me every time. But like, come on, 10 out of 10, Clara. You're sexually frustrated and you give it a 10 out of 10?
Anywho.
So I just feel like this sex thing is going to like create a wedge. She's going to pull away, and then the religion thing for him, he's going to pull away. So I take my prediction back. I don't think they're going to stay together.
Yeah.
So now when they get back together, they bring up the issue with religion. And so he asks her the question about the religion, and that's where she drops the bomb about, her kids can be whatever they want to do. And then they start talking about the sex thing when he asks her if she's frustrated. And she says, yeah, I'm a little frustrated. And then he says, he wants to wait. He doesn't want to be like a checkbox. He wants it to actually happen naturally. And then she ends up saying, oh, well, do you see that happening anytime soon?
She wants crazy.
Poor Clara. All right, let's move on. We're going to move on to Virginia and Eric.
That's my least favorite relationship because of Eric. I don't think it's because of Virginia as much as it is because of Eric. It's too controlling. He has in his mind this perception about how things are supposed to be. Nothing is organic.
And he talks just like that.
Yeah.
That's
why I was doing that. I'm done.
You're done for everything.
I'm done. Do you snore?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Eric, you're not nice.
No, that
Eric is really mean. You're a mean man.
He's a jerk. And it's because of this perception of how things are supposed to be that is the way he is. I found out he's a Trump supporter. You could tell Virginia is a liberal, and she mentioned about they have different social and political stance. He looks like a Republican. He looks like he was on the Capitol. I think I saw him on the Capitol. I think I saw him at the Capitol riots. I really did.
If any Republicans are out there, no love lost.
MAGA, not.
So he's so mean. Like he doesn't connect with her at all. Like she's pouring her heart out to you. Granted, you don't like her dog. You don't like that her dog is not doing what you wanted to do. But this is the dog that saved her life. She just gave you like one of the most sentimental stories ever, and you can't even take that and make her feel like her feelings are valid.
He has this idea about how things should be. Perfect way includes the dog behavior.
That is unacceptable. That's not good.
There's no flexibility.
None. You think everything needs to be your way. Granted, Virginia does have a lot of growing up to do, but if you want her to grow up the way you trying to make her, it's not going to work. She's
going to regress. And
I'm so glad Dr. Pepper kind of let him know, like, yo, back off. Especially with this dog thing, back off. Why do you have to be part of this dog's life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She said something about, she made a nice analogy with the kids. If she came in with an actual kid, would you try to force yourself to have dad privileges, for lack of better terms? Yeah, so. Yes,
like stop. And then she's sharing why she doesn't want to have children and how, and when she was talking to Pastor Cal, and she was sharing that with Pastor Cal was telling her, no, just the mere fact that you're scared about having children, that you feel like you're not going to be a great mother, tells you that you're going to be a great mother, because in your mind, you're going to try to do the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? And as he was speaking life into her like that, she began to cry. He was speaking life into her, and he started to touch the innermost parts of her that she needed to be touched. She's not getting it from Eric. But then this is what I noticed when they came back together and Eric and her were, what are you singing?
Because that song is in my mind.
What song?
I speak life, you're gonna live, oh my brother.
You better say, baby. So when Eric started doing the same thing, she started to cry again. Because that's what she needs. She needs support, Eric. You're not supporting her.
One thing I realized, and I know we're probably going to talk about the other couples, everything that the expert told them to go back and do, they went and did it, but they did it
the wrong way. One thing I do have to say, Virginia, every week though, you can't be going out every week with your friend. You can't.
And somebody said on Facebook, and I think it was a good idea.
How?
No, listen, when he's traveling, because he's flying like 3-4 days out the week, go out then and save the weekends. Save the weekends for him. That's common sense. I'm like, that's so common sense and logical.
Who cares if you work a 9 to 5 and you may be tired or whatever? Listen, this is your husband. He needs time with you.
But again, he did it wrong. He went back into her. I demand you cancel.
I don't care. I don't care. You got to cancel it for me. But she's not going to want to cancel things for you the way you talk to her. Yeah. It's a catch-22. Like, they're both wrong, but they're both right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think even the wanting to spend time together thing is because you feel like that's what's supposed to happen. He wants to spend time with his wife, but it come across as
this is what happens in a marriage, and this,
that's what you're gonna do.
But I love what Pastor Cal said when he said, "What does marriage look like to you?" Right? Because marriage may look like something different to different people. And so I think that's a really good question to talk about if you're in like even a courting stage, a dating stage. What does it look like to you? What does it entail? Because I may see it something different. And if I don't know what your perspective is, then I may not meet it.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go back and touch on last week's episode where the girls were meeting up. Paige, Clara, and Haley. And they were talking about seeing a therapist. And Paige said, I got 2.
Hey, Paige, come here. Paige, come here. Get a refund. Get a refund. No.
Paige, why you got 2 therapists?
I hope your insurance is paying for it, because if that's out of your pocket, that's a waste of time, because they ain't doing nothing for you.
Like, no, I really want to know, one for what? One for one and one for the other. The other for what? None of them told you to leave that man? None of them told you to leave him? All right, let's move on to Brianna and Vincent.
Paige, you made yourself a laughing stock. Paige, it's you. You, like, earlier on in the earlier episodes, people were saying stop making fun of her. It's not funny. I agree. Do I have an empathize? I guess we do.
Yeah, we do.
But at the same time,
no one should be treated that way. No one.
You put yourself in that situation. You keep going back.
Because she wants love, and she's looking at it from a Christian's perspective.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She has a impractical religious aspect too.
So now we come to Brianna and Vincent, and they got some touchy issues this week. Okay,
but I like their issues. I like their issues in the sense that I feel like that's everyday couple stuff. Realistic versus the other ones who are just so far.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So this financial issue that they have. So now
they did their budget.
And Brianna is spending like mad money on stuff.
Shorty wanted to put $400 down for clothing a month.
Like, why do you need clothes every month? Do you wash your clothes or do you throw them away when they get dirty? That makes no sense. And then she wants to put like $350 for entertainment
to go out per month.
Right there, that's like 3 bills.
Their financial priorities are different.
$400 plus $300 is $750 already. Then you want to put money aside for your hair.
Is she from money? Is she from money? Like her parents are like well-to-do? I
don't know, but I'm sure she's well-to-do. Like, she must have a good job where she's making some pretty nice money. Because I think that budget was crazy. Yeah. That monthly expense. And so, of course, Vinny's going to be like, yo, can we bring that down a whole bunch of notches?
Just talk about staying home.
Like, she's like, well, I got married to have fun. She said, I
didn't get married just to be home. I want to go out and have... and
which is okay. You can go out, but like, okay, what's wrong with Fridays? What's wrong with Applebee's? We do it.
No, we don't. We go to like steak houses.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with Olive Garden? What's wrong with
absolutely nothing.
Lindenwood? Like,
Hey, if y'all watching, endorsement.
this is for all relationships out there, all couples out there. You don't need money to have a good time. You don't. And so Brianna's like, I work for this money, so like I should be able to spend this money. But then Vincent is like, hey, can we save more than we spend?
But because they have goals. They're trying to buy a house, right? They want to buy a house.
She doesn't have goals, obviously.
Yeah.
Her goal is to have fun with her husband. And so that's going to be a little issue that they're going to encounter because Vinny is a saver and she's a spender. Yeah. So yeah.
Vinny was born in DR. He probably knows what it means to be broke.
Listen. And there's a quiz out there, guys, if you didn't know, that you can take to find out what type of spender you are, because you got to be compatible in that area as well with your person. So think about that. Another issue that they were having is this issue of children, having children. I didn't know that Brianna had high blood pressure, and she has a fear of having children. And so she doesn't want to, not that she doesn't want to, but she's afraid. I didn't have high blood pressure before I had the baby, but when I had the baby, I got high blood pressure and it was bad. You know what I'm saying? Gestational diabetes and stuff, and my blood pressure was really high. But so I'm assuming that if you have it already, when you get pregnant, it's like augmented. Yeah. So she has a fear. And so it's a valid fear. But Vinny has a valid need, you know? He wants children. And I'm sure, like, I'm thinking if Brianna even has a child, it'll be just one. Because she's not going to want to go through that 4 times. Because
she says she's doing her thing. She's still exercising. She's still dieting. So hopefully that will help in the process if they get pregnant.
But we'll see. Yeah. And I love what Pastor Cal said to Vinny, because Vinny just wants to, please his wife all the time, to the point where he can't sleep in. Come on, Brianna, let him sleep. And then he's like, what's your compromise? She said, well, going to sleep earlier and waking up on... come on.
There was a season. He wanted us to wake up early for nothing. I think even before we had kids. Like, what waking up early for?
To spend more time together.
Yeah, okay.
So I love when he says, pleasing your wife isn't doing everything she asks you to do. Or she says to do.
But that could backfire.
It could.
Knowing Vinny. You know how he be.
He's going to get there. He's going to get there.
You know what he does.
Yeah. But I think this idea with the issue with the children, the experts should have caught that in their interviews. Like, this guy.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah, no, but this is something different. Like,
people
having kids is a definite.
They lie on these applications, but
I'm sure they knew that Brianna was scared of having kids.
Brianna's not anti having kids. She just is nervous and afraid about it.
But then they know Vinny really wants kids.
But they didn't say, nowhere did she say she doesn't want to have kids. She's just not trying to have it right now.
Okay. Moving right along to Haley and Jacob. There's no more hope. There's no more hope.
I think they had a lot less volatile episode. There was a lot more conversation versus argument.
There was nothing, heated or anything.
I just didn't like Ann's reaction when they first showed Jacob and he was in the self-recording, the self-camera. I guess he had a little suit before he went to therapy. He has a little suit on and the little beard. I didn't like that. We got like, Jacob, okay.
I just said, go Jacob, okay. He looks kind of good.
I didn't like that.
Jacob, you could get it. Not from Haley, though. Oh. But Haley will not allow herself to fall for him. Even if she wanted to give it a chance, she's just not going to do it.
But she did say something that was kind of revelatory this episode, talking about how she was in a 5-year relationship that was very controlling. Mm-hmm. So I think any push... PTSD is real, y'all. PTSD is in trauma and all that stuff is very real, because she said she had... So any kind of like push from him to say, hey, do this, do that, be romantic, hold my hand.
It's like controlling.
It's like, whoa. So, and Jacob early
I think she's making excuses.
Probably, yeah, I agree. Because obviously this is somebody that's not trying to control you. All he's trying to, if there's anything he's trying to control, is just give him some love.
Yeah, a hug. Just a hug.
A hug. Give me a hug. You hug strangers.
Before the season ends, just give him a hug. Just one. Even if it's just to say goodbye.
She gave him some cootie.
that one time, and she threw up after.
Sure.
But I love the way she speaks of him when she's not in his presence, though. Like, you know, she was speaking to Dr. Pepper about how she feels about him, and she just had so many great things to say about him.
He's a nice dude.
He's a nice man, but she just doesn't feel like there's a connection. Like, and then it kind of went back to the conversations that they were having, where she would ask him a question, and he's like that quiet. So like, Jacob, you're not giving her conversation that she needs. She's not.
You know what's funny about that?
You're not. What is that they call?
Stimulated.
You're not stimulating her
you
mind.
know, sometimes people mess up and step out because they're not having
stimulated.
They're not mentally stimulated by their.
Do I stimulate you mentally?
You stimulate mentally, sexually, physically, emotionally, psychologically. Tutto Leo. Tutto Leo. Tutto Leo. Moi ça tu le fais.
Tutto Leo.
You know,
that was funny, man.
yeah. So yeah, man, compatibility is such a funny thing. It's not just the physical, because they are physically attracted to each other at the altar, but there's something that is not clicking. Mm-hmm. So it could be mental stimulation.
So when they finally get back together, Haley asks him a question. It was like a defining moment where she said, "Do you really feel like we could work?" And then he says to her, "If you wanted this, it would work." Mm. I was like, well, that's true.
Because they both have to want it.
You have to want it. All right, so moving right along to the donkey himself. Yeah, I called you a donkey. Yes, I did.
Hee-haw. No.
Paige and Chris.
I think we need to start doing these reviews. Paige. And then Chris.
They're not together.
They're not together.
Yeah. So Paige came through and was like, "Listen, I am leaving today, so you will remember me." She had her hair did. She had on her nice jumpsuit. She was killing.
She's trying to show her curves.
Paige, you was killing, okay?
But then they segue to the bad wig interviews. They could have left that out.
Why would y'all do that again?
Or just use the voiceover. Just use the voice. Don't show her looking like that.
She looks like this.
She looked like all my life I had to struggle. Like Oprah in The Color Purple. Hopple beat me. Bro. She looked like Hopple.
She looked like Hopple. Hopple. All right, we're not being nice. Stop it. Don't do that.
No, I believe the producer should not have done that. Producers, listen to me. If she's saying other good things from those interviews that you want to use, please just use the audio.
You're turning her into a meme, guys. Come on. Paige is a beautiful girl. That was just a bad moment.
She did not look great.
That was a bad moment.
In that interview.
And they from Atlanta. Like, there has to be an Atlanta producer that's a black woman on there somebody, the makeup lady, the hair lady.
Yeah, but anyway.
The hair lady didn't come and do her job.
Don't use any of the footages anymore from that interview. Just use the audio.
So her and Dr. Pepper, I love how open and straightforward Dr. Pepper was.
Peppering Chris.
Listen, she said he's a narcissist. What we've all been saying. Mm-hmm. She was like, and she was telling Paige, like, she does not deserve that. You do not have to stay in this.
I feel like they're all frustrated because they were bamboozled. They felt bamboozled by this dude. When they interviewed him, that's not the person that.
Yeah, she said that to him. She said that to her as well. She was like apologizing to Paige, like, this is not who we met. Then Paige wants to say, yeah, but I just want to ask him one more question. Why would you do that?
That's why you're laughing stock, girl. Stop it.
What else do you need him to say? He said it all.
I wonder if she'll ever get to see. I want to see a live reaction of Paige when she watches Chris's segment with Pastor Cal. That's hurtful.
Oh, I don't know.
He blamed them for setting him up with.
I don't know where they found this man. Chris, you're not good looking yourself. So for you to say, he said, out of all the people in Atlanta. All the women in Atlanta, black women, white, all these beautiful queens, y'all had to set me up with her. And Pascal was like, what exactly do you not like about her? Because he said they look good on paper.
Apparently Paige is pretty successul in her career. Mm-hmm. He's successful in his career until I heard that they closed on his subway.
Yeah. And then Pascal, exactly what is it that bothers you?
Her face. Jesus Christ. That man is a savage.
Yeah, I just can't do her face.
Wow. Like
Chris, you are chien dog.
Oh.
Mascara numéro 2.
Ouh.
Sans ave.
Ouh, coq rassemblé à la démalandrin. Jol Bokier.
Zaboka.
Zaboka.
Zaboka just sounds like a bad name.
Okay.
How could you degrade her on
national television?
No, everything you've done this whole season has been degrading.
She pushed me back, y'all.
But tonight,
hey Paige,
let him go. Period. Don't ask him any questions. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
What's that?
Monopoly.
You just made a Monopoly reference? Okay, anyway.
Because Chris and Paige has been monopolizing this whole season with his garbage. This is the last episode we need to see him. They need to put him in jail.
Oh.
Like I don't even know what to say to you, Chris. I don't even know what to say to you. Every single woman that is watching this show. Now, I want you to know that the whole world has watched this, okay? And you have made a fool out of yourself. You didn't protect the black queen that you were with at all. Not once did you protect her. You have not showed up as a man at all this whole season. At all. I am livid. She is not, she may not have been your preference, but for you to say I didn't like her face, no, that's pretty much saying that girl's ugly. You can't, and you're supposed to be a man of God.
And he smashed how many times?
And you smashed her more than one time in the same day, in the same night? So you thought her face was going to change after you smashed her?
It was dark.
You just used her. You used her because you liked her body and you used her. So that's what you are. You're a narcissistic user. And I want you to watch this and I'm going to tag you. No, because that is very, very mean. Bro. The world is already like degrading our black women. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be there to protect, especially as your wife. I know you don't consider her your wife, but right now she is. Do you know what you're doing to this woman's life? She's going to be traumatized for I don't know how long. Hopefully she doesn't bring this into her future relationship, but she will meet someone that will treat her the way she deserves to be treated.
Calm down, boo.
No, he played himself.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
You could have been like, listen, no, you could have been the person that said, you know what? I'm just not feeling this relationship. Keep your egotistical, little boyish thoughts to yourself. But for you to say it out loud, what you're thinking, not everything that we're thinking we need to say. And you need to learn that.
I don't think he's going to see this, but okay.
Chris, you need to grow up. You need to grow up. I'm going to pray for you. And I don't want to curse your future relationships, but I do want you to know that, like Pastor Cal said, you need to think about how you do relationships. Figure it out. Because nothing is lasting for you. Nothing is working out for you. They're not the problem. You are.
That's when Mary had a little lamb.
Why would you even come on this show? You know what Married at First Sight is all about. You're finally meeting the person for the first time at the altar. So you don't know what she's going to look like. Prepare yourself.
But listen, if there's anything we can get from this, and I know Ann always talk about there's some marriages that work from that show. Every single issue that these people are being
She could have came with y'all on a ride to get Mercedes or Mercedes. She could have came with y'all.
Anyway, Every single
Chris,
thing
you're a lost
and
cause. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Every
I'm over
single
it.
issue that these couples are facing.
Every single one.
These are things that you discuss before marriage. These are things that you want to make sure come up before marriage. What is this person's view on parenting? What is their view on spiritual matters? What is their view on money, financing? What is their view on what else?
Being nice.
Being nice, if they're a jerk or not. Because especially with that part, when you see someone as a jerk, doesn't mean that they will get better when you get married to them. The only difference is The only difference is you're not living with the jerkiness or jerk offness. And also, that's when during the courting phases too, you find out if there's compatibility. As we talk about Jacob and Haley with the mental stimulation, all those things matter. So that is why I criticize that show a lot, because as people who are married and we're in marriage ministry, as you mentioned before, marriage is not to be played with. So to go in it like that, that's why I'm not a big fan of the concept of the show. I'm happy for those who is worked out for, but these are pre-work that you could do even before you get married to make sure that this is the person you want to be with. And so it's very important. Learn from this show. Learn from this show for those of you guys who
You're talking like this is the last show, bro.
But there's so much to learn from this season already. And like you said, it's never been that bad before. I think the pandemic got everybody going crazy.
Yeah.
But in any case, learn from their mistakes. Make sure you
learn from this.
Ask these questions. Harpo. Anyway, that's our review for this episode.
Y'all. Sorry I got all emotional.
We'll get her some water to calm down.
And we will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe, share with 5 people. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you are aware when we post our next one. And don't forget to check out our other videos that have nothing to do with maths. We've done other things that are beneficial for dating people, married people, engaged people, divorced people. It's complicated people. So go back and check out those videos as well. As always,
deuces.
Deuces.